can see. Oh, take some time so we can read. All we came to do is look and see. Take some time so we can read. All we came to do is look and see. Take some time so we can read. Oh, let the trumpets blow, 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 let them blow. Oh, let the trumpets blow, 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 let them blow. All we came to do is look and see. Take some time so we can read. All we came to do is look and see. Oh, take some time so we can read. Oh, won't you let the trumpets blow, blow, blow. Let the trumpets blow. Oh, let the trumpets blow, blow, blow. Oh, let the trumpets blow. All we came to do is look and seek. Take some time so we can read. All we came to do is look and see. And take some time so we can read. It's on you, it's on me. Hey, shalom, everybody. What up, man? Welcome to Rise and Scripts. Get up there. Get on up there and read. Get on up there and seek. Get on up there. Oh, let's get your day started before you act retarded. What up, baby? I'm out here. Shiloh is in this thing. And I have breath to breathe, so I have all I need to succeed, baby. That's what it is. I'm out here. You out here, too. So we came to Rise and Scripts this morning, man. I went to bed late last night. I didn't even get to do reading with Shiloh last night, man. I had a dream I was fighting two fat-ass boys. I was in that thing swinging slow like a sucker. I beat both of them, but man, I couldn't even get them like I wanted to get them, man. But we out here to see about how the MACCABEES was fighting, man. That's what it is this morning today. That's what it is. Early as the sunrise. It's reading script time. Rise and script time, baby. That's what it is. We about to look and seek and see what we can see, man. What treasures can we find? What things can we learn and grow from? Because that's the objective. That's the objective. Read, try to learn, try to apply what we can apply to our lives. What examples do they have? And the main examples was those who followed and kept the Most High's commandments. It went well with them. It went well with them. So, shalom, David. What's the question? I might answer it. I might not. We'll see. But, like I said, we're here for Rise and Scripts. We're here for Rise and Scripts. That's what it is. We're going to pick up in first Maccabees. We're almost done with first Maccabees already, man. We're going to go from chapter 12 to chapter 14 this morning. That's the plan, chapter 12 to chapter 14. 16 chapters in first Maccabees. It depends on how well I read this morning. I'm not going to try to overdo myself, but 12 to 14. If the time permits itself and I'm feeling like it, we'll just go ahead and finish off chapter 15 and 16, depending on how I'm reading. It just depends on how I'm reading, or how I feel like I'm reading, man. So it is what it is, man. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day so far. Wonderful start, man. As long as you have some breath to breathe in you, baby, you got what you need to succeed. So let's succeed. Let's succeed. And I'm going to succeed first by starting off and reading, seeking, and finding what I can find. We're going to go with the baby stuff first, man. The books of the Bible, man. What are the books of the Bible? How many do you know without looking, man? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, I was right, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, First Esdras, Second Esdras, Tobit, Judith, the rest of Esther, the Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, Baruch, the Song of the Three Holy Children, the History of Susanna, the Destruction of Baal and the Dragon, the Prayer of Manasseh, First Maccabees, Second Maccabees, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, First Corinthians, Second Corinthians, Galatians, Philippians, Ephesians, Colossians. I think I messed up. Nope. Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians, First Timothy, Second Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, First Peter, Second Peter, First John, Second John, Third John, Jude, and Revelations. On top of other books that I know I'm missing. Yeah, there you go. Tobit, that's right, Tobit. Get it, Kobe. We in that thing. We in that thing. That was the books of the Bible, but let's go ahead and read, man. We're going to read First Maccabees. First Maccabees. Yes, Tobit. What up? Yeah, Tobit is in the Apocrypha. All right, let's blow up this trumpet, baby, so we can be heard. Hear me. Blow up the trumpet like they did before the battles and shit, you know. And then we're going to jump into First Maccabees chapter 12, man. First Maccabees chapter. I hope this don't wake up my boys, but it is what it is. Get your ass up. Get your ass up. Daddy, you was blowing the trumpet. All praises, as long as I woke you up. First Maccabees chapter 12, man. We left off, man. Judas had died. Jonathan had taken Judas, or they wanted Jonathan to take Judas's place as the leader and fighter of the people. Jonathan was doing a damn good job so far. He was fighting against, he had made league and covenants with, oaths with Alexander, and Demetrius was mad. It was Cleopatra was in there. Jonathan was just showing himself capable at the time. Jonathan has been showing himself capable. He became the priest, or considered the high priest, and people was trying to bribe this boy with all type of stuff, gold and silver and positions and freedom, but he didn't believe the person that was trying to bribe him, and he did good by not believing them. You know, never trust thine enemy. That's what it says. Never trust thine enemy. So, chapter 12 of the book of First Maccabees and Apocrypha. First Maccabees. Get comfortable. Now, when Jonathan saw that the time served him, he chose certain men and sent them to Rome for to confirm and renew the friendship that they had with them. And he sent letters also to the Lacedaemonians and to other places for the same purpose. So they went unto Rome and entered into the Senate and said, Jonathan, the high priest, and the people of the Jews sent us unto you, to the end that ye should renew the friendship which ye had with them, and league as in former time. And upon this the Romans gave them letters unto the governors of every place, that they should bring them into the land of Judea peaceably. And this is a copy of the letters which Jonathan wrote to the Lacedaemonians. And Jonathan the high priest, and the elders of the nation, and the priests, and the other people of the Jews, unto the Lacedaemonians, their brethren, send greeting. And there were letters sent in times past unto Onias, the high priest, from Darius, who reigned then among you, to signify that ye are our brethren, as the copy here underwritten doth specify. At which time Onias entreated the ambassador that was sent honorably, and received the letters, wherein declaration was made of the league and friendship. And therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things, for that we have the holy books of Scripture in our hand to comfort us, have nevertheless attempted to send unto you for the renewing of brotherhood and friendship, lest we should become strangers unto you altogether. For there is a long time past since ye sent unto us. And we therefore at all times without ceasing, both in our feast and other convenient days, do remember you in the sacrifices which we offer, and in our prayers, as reason is, and as it becometh us to think upon our brethren. And we are right glad of your honor. As for ourselves, we have had great troubles and wars on every side, for so much as the kings that are round about us have fought against us. And howbeit, we would not be troublesome unto you, nor to others of our confederates and friends in these wars. For we have help from heaven that secureth us, and so as we are delivered from our enemies, and our enemies are brought under foot. For this cause we chose Numenius, the son of Antiochus, and Antipater, the son of Jason, and sent them unto the Romans to renew the enmity that we have had with them, and the former league. We commanded them also to go unto you, and to salute you, and to deliver you our letters concerning the renewing of our brotherhood. Wherefore, now we shall do well to give us, now ye shall do well to give us an answer thereto. And this is the copy of the letters which Onerius sent. Arius, king of the Lacedaemonians, to Onias the high priest, greeting. It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Lacedaemonians. I'm just Lacedaemonians. And the Jews are brethren, and that they are of the stock of Abraham. Now therefore, since this is come to our knowledge, ye shall do well to write unto us of your prosperity. We do write back again to you, that your cattle and goods are ours, and ours are yours. We do command, therefore, our ambassadors to make report unto you on this wise. Now, when Jonathan heard that Demetrius' princes were come to fight against him with a greater host than afore, he removed from Jerusalem and met them in the land of Amathus, for he gave them no respite to enter his country. And he sent spies also unto their tents, who came again, and told him that they were appointed to come upon them in the night season. Now wherefore, so soon as the sun was down, Jonathan commanded his men to watch, and to be in arms, that all the night long they might be ready to fight. And also he sent forth sentinels round about the host. But when the adversaries heard that Jonathan and his men were ready for battle, they feared and trembled in their hearts, and they kindled fires in their camp. Howbeit, Jonathan and his company knew it not till the morning, for they saw the lights burning. And then Jonathan pursued after them, but overtook them not, for they were gone over the river Euphrates, the river Eleutherus. Wherefore Jonathan turned to the Arabians, who were called the Zabadeans, and smote them, and took their spoil. And removing thence, he came to Damascus, and so passed through all the country. Simon also went forth, and passed through the country unto Askelon, and the holes there adjoining, from whence he turned aside to Joppe, and won it. For he had heard that they would deliver the hold unto them that took Demetrius's part, and wherefore he set a garrison there to keep it. And after this came Jonathan home again, and calling the elders of the people together, he consulted with them about building strongholds in Judea, and making the walls of Jerusalem higher, and raising a great mount between the tower and the city, for to separate it from the city, that so it might be alone, and that men might neither sell nor buy in it. And upon this they came together to build up the city. For as much as part of the wall toward the brook on the east side was fallen down, and they repaired that which was called Caphanetha. And Simon also set up Adida in Cephela, and made it strong with gates and bars. Now Tryphon went about and to get the kingdom of Asia, and to kill Antiochus the king, that he might set a crown upon his own head. And howbeit he was afraid that Jonathan would not suffer him, and that he would fight against him. And wherefore he sought a way how to take Jonathan, that he might kill him. So he removed and came to Bethsan. Then Jonathan went out to meet him with 40,000 men chosen for the battle, and came to Bethsan. Now when Tryphon saw that Jonathan came with so great a force, he durst not stretch out his hand against him, but received him honorably, and commanded him unto all his friends, and gave him gifts, and commanded his men of war to be as obedient unto him as to himself. Now unto Jonathan as also he said, Why hast thou put all this people to so great trouble, seeing there is no war betwixt us? Therefore, send them now home again, and choose a few men to wait on thee, and come thou with me to Ptolemais, for I will give it thee, and the rest of the strongholds and forces, and all that have any charge. As for me, I will return and depart, for this is the cause of my coming. So Jonathan, believing him, did as he bade him, and sent his host, and who went into the land of Judea, and with himself he retained about 3,000 men, of whom he sent 2,000 into Galilee, and 1,000 went with him. Now as soon as Jonathan entered into Ptolemais, then they of Ptolemais shut the gates, and took him, and all them that came with him they slew with the sword. So they killed 1,000 people they killed, 1,000 men. They sent Tryphon an host of footmen and horsemen into Galilee, and into the great plain, to destroy all Jonathan's company. But when they knew that Jonathan and they that were with him were taken and slain, they encouraged one another, and went close together, prepared to fight. They therefore that followed upon them perceived that they were ready to fight for their lives, turning back again. And whereupon they all came into the land of Judea peaceably, and they bewailed Jonathan and them that were with him, and they were sore afraid, and wherefore all Israel made great lamentation. Then all the heathen that were round about them sought to destroy them, for said they have no captain, nor any to help them. Now therefore let us make war upon them, and take away their memorial from among men. Chapter 13. Now when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judea and to destroy it, he saw that the people was in great trembling and fear. He went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together, and gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and troubles which we have seen. By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone. Now therefore, be it far from me that I should spare my own life in any time of trouble. For I am no better than my brethren, and doubtless I will avenge my nation and the sanctuary, and our wives and our children. For all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived, and their answer with a loud voice, saying, Thou shalt be our leader instead of Judas and Jonathan thy brother. Fight thou our battles, and whatsoever thou commanded us, that will we do. So then he gathered together all the men of war and made haste to finish the walls of Jerusalem, and he fortified it round about. And also he sent Jonathan the son of Absalom, and with him a great power to Joppe, who casting out them that were therein remained there in it. So Tryphon removed from Ptolemais with a great power to invade the land of Judea, and Jonathan was with him in ward. But Simon pitched his tent in Adida over against the plain. And now when Tryphon knew that Simon was risen up instead of his brother Jonathan, the mean and meant to join battle with him, he sent messengers unto him, saying, Whereas we have Jonathan thy brother in hold, and it is for money that he is owing unto the king's treasure, concerning the business that was committed unto him. Wherefore now send 100 talents of silver, and 2 of his sons for hostages, that when he is at liberty, he may not revolt from us, and we will let him go. And hereupon Simon, albeit he perceived that they spoke deceitfully unto him, yet sent he the money and children, lest peradventure he should procure to himself great hatred of the people. Who might have said, Because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead. So he sent them the children and the 100 talents, and howbeit Tryphon disassembled, neither would he let Jonathan go. And after this came Tryphon to invade the land and destroy it, going around about it by the way that leadeth to Adora. But Simon and his host marched against him in every place, wheresoever he went. Now they that were in the tower sent messengers unto Tryphon, to the end that he should hasten his coming unto them by the wilderness, and send them victuals. Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night. But there fell a great snow, by reason whereof he came not. So he departed and came into the country of Gilead. Does it really snow in Jerusalem? Does it snow there? How often does it snow in Jerusalem? How often? Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night, but there fell a very great snow, by reason whereof he came. I'm going to put a question mark there. That's what I want to do. Let me put a question mark. Question. The snow. A very great snow. And when he came near to Bascama, he slew Jonathan, who was buried there. And afterward Tryphon returned and went into his own land. Then sent Simon and took the bones of Jonathan his brother and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers. And all of Israel made great lamentation for him and bewailed him many days. Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his fathers and his father and his brethren, and raised it aloft to the site with hewn stones behind and before. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren. 7 pyramids, huh? And in these he made cunning devices, about the which he set great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they may be seen of all that sail on the sea. And this is the sepulchre which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day. Now Tryphon dealt deceitfully with the young king Antiochus and slew him. And he reigned in his stead and crowned himself king of Asia, and brought a great calamity upon the land. And then Simon built up the strongholds in Judea, and fenced them about with high towers, and great walls, and gates, and bars, and laid up victuals therein. Moreover, Simon chose men, and sent to King Demetrius, to the end he should give the land an immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil. And unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner: King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest, and friend of kings, as also unto the elders and nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. The golden crown and the scarlet robe which ye sent unto us, we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you. Yea, and to write unto our officers to confirm the immunities which we have granted. And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have builded shall be your own. And as for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive it, and the crown tax also, which ye owe us. And if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall no more be paid. Now look who are meet among you to be in our court. Let them be enrolled, and let there be place betwixt us. Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in the 107th year. 70th year. Then the people of Israel began to write in the instruments and contracts. In the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and leader of the Jews, and those days Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it round about. He made also an engine of war and set it up by the city and battered a certain tower and took it. And they that were in the engine leaped into the city, whereupon there was a great uproar in the city, insomuch as the people of the city rent their clothes and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace. And they said, Deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy. So Simon was appeased toward them, and fought no more against them, but put them out of the city, and cleansed the houses wherein the idols were, and so entered into it with songs and thanksgiving. And yea, he put all uncleanness out of it, and placed such men there as would keep the law, and made it stronger, than it was before, and built therein a dwelling place for himself. They also of the tower of Jerusalem were kept so straight that they could neither come forth nor go out into the country, and nor buy nor sell. Wherefore they were in great distress for want of victuals, and a great number of them perished through famine. Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from the pollutions. He entered into it the 20th day of the second month, in the 170 in the first year, with thanksgiving and branches, and with viols and hymns and songs, because there was destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. He ordained also that day should be kept every year with gladness. Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower, he dealt himself with his company. That day he ordained was the day of Simon. The day of Simon. It's called the day of Simon, was that day he ordained. And when Simon saw that John, his son, was a valiant man, he made him captain of all the hosts, and he dwelt in Gazara. I wonder how many days. They don't say how many days. I think it's just one day. One day. Chapter 14. Yeah, chapter 14. Now in the 163 year, King Demetrius gathered his forces together and went into Media to get him help to fight against Tryphon. But when Archelaus, the king of Persia and Media, heard that Demetrius was entered within his borders, he sent one of his princes to take him alive. Go get that boy. Who went and smote the host of Demetrius and took him and brought him to Archelaus, by whom he was put in ward. And as for the land of Judea, that was quiet all the days of Simon, for he sought the good of his nation in such wise as the evermore his authority and honor pleased him well. And as he was honorable in all his acts, so in this, that he took Joppe for a haven, and made an entrance to the isles of the sea, and enlarged the bounds of his nation, and recovered the country, and gathered together a great number of captives, and had the dominion over Gazara and Bethsura, and the tower out of that which he took the all uncleanness, and neither was there any that resisted them. And then did he till their ground in peace, and the earth gave him increase, and the trees of the field their fruit. And the ancient men sat all in the street, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel. He provided victuals for the cities, and sent in them all manner of munition, so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. He made peace in the land, and Israel rejoiced with great joy. For every man sat under his vine and his fig tree, and there was none to fray them, and neither was there any left in the land to fight against them. And yea, the king themselves were overthrown in those days. And moreover, he strengthened all those of his people that were brought low. And the law he searched out, and every contemner of the law and wicked person he took away. He beautified the sanctuary and multiplied the vessels of the temple. Now when it was heard at Rome and as far as Sparta that Jonathan was dead, they were very sorry. But as soon as they heard that his brother Simon was made high priest in his stead and ruled the country and the cities therein, they wrote unto him in tables of brass to renew the friendship and league which they had made with Judas and Jonathan his brethren. Which writings were read before the congregation at Jerusalem. And this is the company of the letters that the Lacedaemonians sent. The rulers of the Lacedaemonians with the city unto Simon the high priest, and the elders and priests, and the residue of the people of the Jews, our brethren, send greeting. The ambassadors that were sent unto our people certified us of your glory and honor, and wherefore we were glad of their coming, and did register the things that they spake in the council of the people in the matter. Numenius, son of Antiochus, and Antipater, son of Jason, the Jews' ambassadors, came unto us to renew the friendship they had with us. And it pleased the people to entertain the men honorably, and to put the copy of their ambassage in public records, to the end that the people of the Lacedaemonians might have the memorial thereof. And furthermore, we have written a copy thereof unto Simon the high priest. And after this, Simon sent Numenius to Rome with a great shield of gold and 1,000-pound weight to confirm the league with them. And wherefore, when the people heard that, they said, what thanks shall we give to Simon and his sons? For he and his brethren and the house of his father have established Israel, and chased away and fight their enemies from them, and confirmed their liberty. So then they wrote in the tables of brass, which they sent upon pillars in Mount Zion. And this is the copy of the writing, the 18th day of the month Elul, in the 163 year, being the 3rd year of Simon the high priest, the month Elul. Month Elul, E-L-U-L, Elul. What month is this? What month is this? I don't remember them saying what month it was. Oh, well, we'll figure out. Elul. At Saramel, in the great congregation of nation and elders of the country, were these things notified unto us. For as much as aforetimes there have been wars in the country, wherein, for the maintenance of their sanctuary and the law, Simon the son of Mattathias, of the posterity of Jarib, together with his brethren, put themselves in jeopardy, and resisting the enemies of their nation, did their nation great honor. For after that, Jonathan, having gathered his nation together and been their high priest, was added to his people. Their enemies purposed to invade their country, that they may destroy it, and lay hands on the sanctuary. And at which time Simon rose up and fought for his nation, and spent much of his own substance, and armed the valiant men of his nation, and gave them wages, and fortified the city of Judea, together with Bethsura, that lieth upon the borders of Judea, where the armor of the enemies had been before. But he set a garrison of Jews there. Moreover, he justified, where did I go? Moreover, he fortified Joppa, and which lieth upon the sea, and Gazara, that bordereth upon Azotus, and where the enemies had dwelt before. But he placed Jews there, and furnished them with all things convenient for reparation thereof. And the people thereof, seeing the acts of Simon, and unto what glory he thought to bring his nation, made him their governor and chief priest. Because he had done all these things, and for the justice and faith which he kept to his nation, and for that he sought by all means to exalt his people. For in this time things prospered in his hands, so that the heathen were taken out of their country, and they also that were in the city of David and Jerusalem, who had made themselves a tower, out of which they issued and polluted all about the sanctuary, and did much hurt in the holy place. But he placed Jews therein, and fortified it for the safety of the country and the city, and raised up the walls of Jerusalem. King Demetrius also confirmed him as the high priesthood according to those things, and made him one of his friends, and honored him with great honor. For he had heard say that the Romans had called the Jews their friends and confederates and brethren, and that they had entertained the ambassadors of Simon honorably. Also, that the Jews and priests were well pleased with Simon, should be well pleased that Simon should be their governor and high priest forever, and until there should arise a faithful prophet. Moreover, that he should be their captain, and should take charge of the sanctuary, and set them over their works, and over the country, and over the armor, and over the fortress, that I say he should take charge of the sanctuary. And besides this, that he should be obeyed of every man, and that all the writings in the country should be made in his name, and that he should be clothed in purple and wear gold. Also, that it should be lawful for none of the people or priests to break any of these things, or to gainsay his words, or to gather an assembly in the country without him, or to be clothed in purple, or wear a buckle of gold. And whosoever should do otherwise, or break any of these things, should be punished. Thus it liked all the people to deal with Simon, and to do as he hath been said, as hath been said. Then Simon accepted hereof, and was well pleased to be high priest, and captain and governor of the Jews, and priests, and to defend them all. So they commanded that this writing should be put on tables of brass, and that they should be set up within the compass of the sanctuary in a conspicuous place. And also that the copies thereof should be laid up in the treasury, and to the end that Simon and his sons might have them. And that was 1 Maccabees chapter 14 and 15. Man, I started reading choppy at the end. I started reading real choppy at the end. But we finished. We succeeded. That was the objective. I mean, chapters 12, 13, and 14. My bad. That was chapters 12, 13, and 14. We still have 15 and 16 left to read, but we'll seek through them tomorrow. Oh, Lord. Got to stretch. Oh, man. We'll seek through those. We'll seek through those things tomorrow. I wonder how often it snows in Jerusalem. And how often did it snow back then? How often did it snow back then in Jerusalem? Did it snow every year? Does it snow every year now in Jerusalem? I don't remember. I don't remember if it does or doesn't. But they killed Jonathan. Oh, Lord. Not Jonathan. I wonder, even though it's a good thing that they had Simon still, so Simon could take Jonathan's place. But I wonder what Israel would have done if they had no Simon and no Jonathan. I wonder what they would have done. Would they have fallen back in wickedness? Or would they have raised somebody up that they could take Jonathan and Simon's place? I wonder. Oh, man, I feel so tired, man. But anyway, that was Rising Scripts today. Tired or not, my eyes were opened. I have breath to breathe, so I have all I need to succeed. I already did like 100 push-ups already. I already did 100 push-ups. I already did 200 of them. I did 200 of them. And I'm already three to 400, I think 400 things in this today. And I need to keep going, but I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's been raining. It's supposed to rain all day again today. I wanted to barbecue, but shit, that ain't gonna happen. Now, if I'd have been starting right now, I probably could have did it, but I didn't even take no meat out. And my eyes is feeling heavy, but I wanted to make sure I got up and read Rising Scripts this morning. Man, we want to wait. We one subscriber away from 1,000. We're gonna keep pushing, man. We'll come back later on today with Reading with Shiloh, and we're gonna finish off. I believe we're gonna finish off chapter 13 today. I believe so. I believe we'll finish off chapter 13 of the Black Jacobins. I believe so. As long as I read well, As long as I read well, I believe we can finish off the the Black chapter 13 of the Black Jacobins today. And then it's on to the appendix. And then we'll be about to finish this book, as well as tomorrow we'll finish chapter 15 and chapter 16 of First Maccabees, and we'll finish First Maccabees, and we can get ready to move on to Second Maccabees. And Second Maccabees has some good stories in it, man. It's the story about the woman and the 7 sons. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. At least a good one to me. And then they got the last story of Second Maccabees is about the priest. I think it's Eleazar. Let me see. They was trying to get Eleazar to eat some swine. It was trying to get him to eat some swine. The seven the woman and the 7 sons, they were trying to get them to eat swine as well, and they wouldn't. So they chose to die. They killed them one by one, trying to make each of them eat that pork. And they was like, "Don't eat it. Don't eat it. I'm gonna die like my brother." Ooh. And they did. They did. They did. Man, yeah, they got some good stories, and it's some good sections in Second Maccabees. Some good sections in Second Maccabees. I'm trying to find. Is it Eleazar? Oh. Let me try to see who died first. Okay, Mattathias died. Let me go to the beginning of Maccabees. What is the death, the order? Mattathias died. Then Eleazar died. Judas died. Then Jonathan died. I have to go back and see, when did Johanan die? When did Johanan die? Because it might have been before Eleazar. It might have been Mattathias, Johanan, Eleazar, then Judas, then Jonathan, and Simon was last. Simon called Thassi. Simon was last for sure. Simon, Jonathan, Judas. Those are the last 3. Eleazar definitely died before Jonathan because he died trying to kill that elephant. He died killing the elephant because the elephant fell on top of him. When did Johanan die? What battle was it? But anyway, I'll try to figure it out. I don't remember. But that was First Maccabees in the Apocrypha. First Maccabees 12 through 14. We're going to keep pushing, man. Them brothers was fighting. Fighting for the laws of the Lord. Fighting for their people. Avenging their people. And that's why I say reading the Maccabees, it really reminds me of Toussaint and the Haitian Revolution. And back in the day, I don't know how true it is, but back in the day, they said that this book is where Toussaint got the ideas from reading about the Maccabees. And they said that after that, this book was banned in Haiti. I have to see. Try to figure out how true that is. But that's what I heard. They said the Apocrypha was banned in Haiti because of the uprisings, and it was so instrumental within the uprising. But I know in the Catholic Church or Catholicism, whatever, they use the Apocrypha. They use the Apocrypha, or they did use the Apocrypha. So it would be one of the books they would have, being that Toussaint went to church regularly. Or church, or he was going to there regularly. But we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing the same way Toussaint pushed, the same way Mattathias and his sons pushed. We're gonna keep pushing and be better, better, since we have all that we need to succeed every day that we have breath to breathe, man. So keep pushing, man. Do your thing. Do your thing. And I'll come back next time. Shalom, everybody. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. If it's not raining where you are, get outside, do something. Dig up your garden. Plant some seeds. Plant some seeds in the house. Do something. Do something. So you can have some fruits, some increase. You never know when you need to learn that skill. But till next time. Shalom, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. A wonderful day. I'm out here. Shalom.